Europe was jolted by one of the most serious security incidents since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine after a Russian cruise missile crashed inside NATO member Poland during a massive overnight attack on Ukraine. The missile slammed into a rural field near the village of Tarnawa Kolonia in eastern Poland, leaving behind a crater approximately 10 meters, or 33 feet, wide. While no civilians were injured and no buildings were destroyed, the incident immediately triggered emergency meetings, military alerts, and renewed fears that the war in Ukraine could spill directly into NATO territory. Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk confirmed that early evidence strongly suggested the object was a Russian K-8-101 cruise missile, one of Russia's most advanced long-range precision weapons.
Adventure starts with the right gear, and it all starts at shackshop.us. From stylish women's swimsuits and premium camping tents to paddleboards, underwater drones, and dependable dinghies, we have everything you need for your next outdoor adventure. Whether you're exploring the water or relaxing on shore, gear up with quality products at unbeatable prices. Visit shackshop.us today and make every adventure.
Military experts quickly pointed out another disturbing fact. The KH-101 is capable of carrying either a conventional or a nuclear warhead. Authorities emphasize there is no indication the missile carried a nuclear weapon, but its capability alone heightened concern. The missile's entry into Polish airspace underscored the risks posed by the ongoing conflict. NATO condemned the violation while reaffirming its commitment to defend every inch of alliance territory. The missile incident occurred during one of Russia's largest aerial assaults in recent months. Ukrainian officials reported that Russia launched dozens of cruise missiles, alongside hundreds of drones against targets across Ukraine. Cities including Kyiv, Lviv, Dnipro, and other regions came under attack. Air defense crews worked throughout the night to intercept incoming missiles, while emergency workers rushed to damaged neighborhoods after explosions echoed across the country. The barrage caused civilian casualties, damaged infrastructure, and renewed calls from Ukraine for additional Western air defense systems. As Ukrainian fighters attempted to intercept incoming missiles close to the Polish border, one KH-101 continued across NATO airspace before crashing inside Poland. Polish radar tracked the missile as it entered national airspace. The Polish military immediately activated air defense procedures and scrambled fighter aircraft to monitor the threat. Officials later said the missile was observed throughout its flight before crashing in an uninhabited field. Because it landed in open countryside, the incident resulted in no injuries. Investigators quickly secured the crash site while bomb disposal experts, intelligence officers, and military specialists began collecting debris. Prime Minister Donald Tusk stressed there was currently no evidence suggesting Poland itself had been deliberately targeted. Instead, officials believe the missile likely strayed during Russia's massive attack on Ukraine. Nevertheless, crossing into NATO territory represented a significant escalation. The KH-101 is among Russia's most sophisticated air-launched cruise missiles. It is launched primarily from strategic bombers such as the Tu-95MS and Tu-160. Designed for long-range precision strikes, the missile can travel thousands of kilometers while flying at low altitude to avoid radar detection. One of its defining characteristics is dual capability. The missile can carry either a conventional high-explosive warhead or, if configured, a nuclear warhead. Defense experts emphasize that nuclear-capable simply means the weapon has been designed to carry such a payload, not that it was armed with one during this incident. Officials have given no indication that the missile carried a nuclear warhead. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte condemned the violation of Polish airspace. Alliance officials said they remain in close contact with Polish authorities and continue monitoring the investigation. The alliance reiterated that NATO will take all necessary measures to defend member states against any threat. Although Poland has indicated it was probably not the intended target, the incident demonstrates how easily the conflict can affect neighboring countries. Military planners across Europe have long warned that missiles, drones, or debris could accidentally enter NATO territory during large-scale attacks on Ukraine. Following the explosion, Poland convened an emergency meeting involving senior government officials, military commanders, and national security leaders. Investigators examined missile fragments while intelligence agencies worked to reconstruct the weapon's flight path. Officials also reviewed radar recordings from Polish and allied NATO surveillance systems. The investigation aims to determine exactly how the missile entered Polish airspace and whether additional defensive measures are necessary. Prime Minister Donald Tusk argued that strengthening Ukraine's air defenses is essential not only for Ukraine, but for the security of Europe. He suggested that better protection inside Ukraine could reduce the chances of future missiles crossing into neighboring countries. Ukraine echoed that message, saying additional Patriot systems and other advanced defenses would help intercept more incoming missiles before they approached NATO borders. This is not the first time Russian weapons or military debris have entered NATO territory during the war. Romania has previously reported drone debris near its border. Poland has experienced earlier incidents involving missiles connected to the conflict. Each event increases concerns about accidental escalation between Russia and NATO. Despite those concerns, NATO leaders continue emphasizing that they seek to avoid direct confrontation while remaining fully prepared to defend alliance territory. The incident highlights the enormous challenges facing modern air defense systems. Cruise missiles fly at relatively low altitude and can change course during flight. Even advanced radar networks may have only minutes to assess whether an incoming missile threatens populated areas. Military commanders must decide quickly whether interception is justified, especially when debris from a shoot-down could itself create danger on the ground. Authorities continue analyzing missile fragments recovered from the crash site. Investigators will compare serial numbers, manufacturing information, and technical characteristics with known Russian weapons. The findings are expected to help establish the missile's exact origin and flight path. Officials have urged the public to avoid speculation until the investigation is complete. The missile explosion serves as another reminder that the war in Ukraine carries risks far beyond the battlefield. Even when neighboring NATO countries are not the intended targets, missiles traveling near international borders create the possibility of dangerous incidents. The fact that the weapon involved was capable of carrying either a conventional or nuclear payload added another layer of concern, even though authorities have found no evidence of a nuclear warhead. For Poland and NATO, the priority now is strengthening defenses, supporting Ukraine, and preventing future incidents from escalating into a wider conflict. As investigators continue their work, the alliance remains on heightened alert while reaffirming that any violation of NATO territory is taken with the utmost seriousness.